Hello, my name is Dr. Daniel Martinez. I am the medical director for Pilsen Wellness Center, and today we are starting a new program entitled the YouTube video series. It's a technology initiative seeking to educate the community on mental health and wellness. And we thought that for today's first YouTube presentation, we would talk about wellness as is implied in the name of our company. Wellness, when we look at the dictionary, usually we'll talk about comfort, talk about health, talk about satisfaction in life. And so when we think about wellness, Dr. George Engel comes to mind. All doctors should look at an individual from a medical model, and the medical model tells us that we all need to take care of our biology, our psychology, and our sociology. As a psychiatrist, I look at sociology not only in terms of what goes on around my life, but also my culture and my spirit. And I'll get into detail about all of these issues. First, the biology means taking care of our physical health, taking care of our bodies by the nutrition, by the exercise, by the sleep that we get, to make sure that we are healthy, and making sure that we go for our general wellness checkups, making sure that we check our cholesterol, making sure that we don't have diabetes, check our vitamins. All these things are important because all of this feeds our brain, and we need our brain and our bodies to be as healthy as possible. The next thing that we would take a look at is the psychology. And psychology means assessing our attitudes, how I think and how I feel about myself, and how I think and how I feel about the whole world around me. The attitude with which we live our lives colors everything that we do. And so it is very, very important that we keep check about how we feel as individuals. The third aspect of the individual is the social aspect. And by that I mean assessing our relationships, our families, our friends, our work, our school, our socioeconomic status, our bills, our financial situation. Those kinds of things are very important. In that, I would also include our leisure, making sure that we find time for recreation. I think about Anna Freud, who talked about work, love, and play. And all of these things are part of our social life. The fourth aspect of wellness, from my perspective, is looking at our culture. And by culture, we really need to assess our identity. And identity is more than just the color of our skin, whether we're white or black or Mexican or Chinese. It is very important that we assess who we are as individuals. Perhaps we have a disability. Perhaps we're in a wheelchair. Perhaps we use crutches. Perhaps we have diabetes. Perhaps we have ADHD or suffer from depression. That puts us in a cultural category. There are individuals who may have a different sexual orientation or have subscribed to different ideologies. None of us should tell others how they live or what kind of groups they should belong to. It's important to work with an individual's values and belief systems that describe their identity, and then try to help them find wellness within that. And then the final aspect of the individual is the spirit. For those people who may believe in a higher power, we can talk about the idea of how the higher power helps that person. But really, for a psychiatrist or for a mental health professional, the important thing about spirituality is helping individuals within the purpose of their lives. And so if I talk to a 25-year-old person, I would be very interested in making sure that that person understands what they want to do with their life. And so making sure that the next 10 years really count, so that by the time they're 35 years of age, they can look back on life and say, I've been living life exactly the way I'm supposed to be living. And so purpose is really the essence that encapsulates wellness, and making sure that we're on the trajectory and the journey that we're supposed to be living. Thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you in other programs in this series.